Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Jack with Music for Mental Health. And today I'm out here at the Tuscany Suites and Casino here in Las Vegas for the Las Vegas Drum Show. And I'm going to be going around and asking folks just a simple question, which is, what does music do for your mental health? Let's go see what kind of answers we can get. Welcome back. Thanks. All right, tell me your name and where you're from.
My name is Michael Robert, and I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada.
What does music do for your mental health?
A ton. Relieves stress, allows me to relax, really gives me another third dimension, if you will, and really helps with just about everything, especially when I'm stressed out.
What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Lili. I live here in Vegas, but I'm originally from Brazil.
What does music do for your mental health?
Music is the reason that I'm here with you today. If it weren't for music, I wouldn't be alive.
So before I get back into the interviews, I made kind of a funny and kind of stupid rookie mistake. This is the second video I've ever done using these little DJI mini mics. And I didn't know I had to use the transmitter because I had only used the one before and hooked it up straight to the app, and it seemed like it was working. And the funny thing is, the first or second guy that I go and interview is none other than Nick DiVirgilio, the Sweetwater, the main salesman and sales rep for Sweetwater himself. Super nice guy, and he actually had the same microphones. And he was like, "Oh, what kind of mics you got?" And, "Oh, I got the same ones." "And what kind of gimbal you got there?" We got the same gear, man." And he kind of pointed at like the mic, like, "Hey, you want to turn it on?" And me being an idiot rookie, I was like, "Oh, it's good, man, good to go." And turns out about a handful of the interviews just sounded like absolute garbage. So listen to your sales reps, especially someone like Nick DiVirgilio, if he tries to point you in the right direction, I guess. But he was definitely super nice, and I loved his clinic. And what's more important than the way the interviews sounded, I would say, is the answers that I got and the overall message. And if I can go a step further, I will say that these events like the Las Vegas Drum Show, really cool to just, meet a bunch of different artists and not just drummers, but artists of all kinds. Even met a doctor there that works on musicians. It was pretty cool. And got to meet the sales rep for Yamaha Drums, a guy named Jason, super nice. I kept drooling over the new Yamaha EAD 50. So if you're watching this, Jason, I know you said you're local to Vegas. I might have to hit you up and get some extra time, professional assistance with the Yamaha EAD 50 before I buy it, seeing how I'm lacking in the tech side of things. But anyway, back to the interviews. Thanks. What's your name and where are you from?
Hey everybody, Nick DiVirgilio here. I'm from Los Angeles originally, but I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana right now.
And what does music do for your mental health?
It is an amazing thing for my mental health. If you ever feel down, music can bring you up. You ever bring it up and you want to just get melancholy, music can do that for you as well. If you want to just get away from it all and play, especially if you play drums. Drums are an amazing instrument for that. Let loose, burn some energy, burn some of that angst in your body. I don't know, it's just, music is the best because it has you can go down so many roads emotionally with music. And it's just a great tool. If you write music, it's a huge benefit to really let out all of those things you're dealing with. It's a huge thing for my mental health, and I think it's kind of universal true.
Name is Keith Price. I'm from Southern California.
What does music do for your mental health?
Everything. And I'll tell you why. I was a social worker for children's service for 20 years. And every weekend I had a gig. And every Monday I was ready to go back to work. because I did not have any stress after my weekend. Yeah. All right.
My name is Dr. Logan Ponce. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, but right here I live in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.
So what does music do for your mental health?
Music for my mental health, it is an outlet. It is a way for me to forget about the world. It is a way for me to just enjoy time with myself. Music brings so much happiness to me. Oh, it can bring so much sadness. Beautiful thing about music is that it can bring all of the emotions. And so that's what I'm doing here. As a physical therapist, I'm just making sure that our drummers stay strong. We're able to take care of ourselves, promoting good health habits, and making sure that we're able to continue playing music, enjoying music, doing something that we love that is an outlet in this sometimes ugly world. Yeah.
Where are you from?
Hey, my name's John Sermonero. I live just outside of Las Vegas.
What does music do for your mental health?
Oh, God, it just makes me happy, makes me laugh, keeps me loose. As I get older, I'm looking for ways to stay loose and get some exercise, and that's only part of it. It's the joy of playing.
What's your name and where are you from?
Jim Waggy, Kansas City, Missouri.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Freedom Music Factory.
So what does music do for your mental health?
Man, it's just my escape. I love to write music, record music, play drums. I've studied drums over 50 years, had some great teachers, and now I'm making songs of my own from my heart in the keys of my favorite drummers.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Marshawn F, and originally I'm from Chicago, but I live here in Vegas since before the pandemic.
What does music do for your mental health?
Music is actually a big part of what keeps me calm. Mentally, it keeps me stable. If I'm stressed, I can listen to music. If I'm happy, I can listen to music. It's what actually keep me calm. It'll kind of keep me through my day, helps me through my workouts. And even when I was, having some tough times, things like that, music helped me a lot. It just helped relax me, relax the nerves a little bit, That's what music is to me.
I'm Stoney Curtis. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada.
What does music do for your mental health?
Well, pretty much everything. It keeps me sane. It keeps me level-headed. It calms me. It gets me raged up. Pretty much music is everything for me. So as far as mental health, playing music, definitely playing live shows, listening to music keeps me sane. I think that's probably about the best way to put it. Keeps me sane, brother.
Hi, I'm Dan Schindler with Drum Talk TV. Originally from Los Angeles, live in the mountains now east of Phoenix.
What does music do for your mental health?
Wow, music is my mental health. I've been a drummer since I was about almost 7. I'm turning 63 in a few days, so been playing for a long time, and music really is my mental health. My wife is a therapist and an artist, and she does art therapy, and she's just been so supportive because as an artist herself and a therapist, she knows what the endorphins of being a musician do, using creativity, using your imagination, or just emulating other people, not just as a player, but as a music fan, listening to music, going to concerts. I mean, there's so many different layers and dimensions on how music is therapeutic, whether it's just as a fan, as a player, as a creator, so many different things. A busy life, 11 kids, 19 grandkids, 2 great-grandkids, 4 dogs, 2 cats, a crazy busy business. Music is my getaway. And my wife is always on my butt. Go into your studio and play. Go into your studio and play. Especially if I'm like wound up about something. She's like, go down to the studio, take your chill pill, and just play. What should I put? Just play. So, yeah, it's great. Music's everything, man.
I appreciate it. Where are you from?
My name's Sage Paxinos. I'm from right here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
What does music do for your mental health?
What doesn't it do? I can't imagine doing anything else. It's I don't even know how to put it. There's nothing I like doing more than do music and doing drums. I love being out here. doing everything. It's great to meet all these awesome people too. I feel better than I have since I came here last year. So it's been great.
Hey, I'm Sam Ellender from Sonic Revision, live in Pasadena, from New Orleans, inventor of the Boom CRD.
What does music do for your mental health?
Molecular alignment, not just mental. It aligns all of my quantum particles, my quantum being, everything.
My name's Mike, aka Lint, because I'm deep in the pocket, and I'm from Southern California.
What does music do for your mental health?
Music has kept me sane, which is difficult for my entire life. I've played since I was 12, and it's kept me on the track, straight and focused, which makes all the rest of your life much easier when you have an outlet like music, which is amazing because I can play music with someone from another country. I can't speak their language, but we can play a song together. Best thing in the world.
And where are you from?
I'm Jenny Tolan. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Tell me about your booth.
These are handmade gourd Shekeres, and it's a Latin percussion instrument. I do all the staining and all the beating, the nodding of the beads.
What does music do for your mental health?
It does a lot in terms of goodness, quality, therapeutic goodness by making these percussion instruments to share all of this with the music community.
That's great. I really appreciate it.
It's Mia Walsh. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, but I live in Las Vegas, Nevada now. I'm in high school, and music is good for my mental health because it's just a way to kind of escape the world around you. And I always just play when I, need a break from my chaotic high school life.
I'm Dominic. I was born and raised here in Las Vegas. I think drumming is a good release for mental health. Anything you're feeling, you can get it out on the drum set.
I'm Jonathan Weinman. I'm from Central California. Music for a long time. I think there's the cliche thing of saying it's healing and whatnot. But I believe if you approach music honestly, it's a great question. If you approach music honestly, you are sharing your life experiences. You're expressing yourself. None of us were created exactly the same. We're all unique. We're all special. We all have our voices. And I find that if I get to a place where I can just be honest behind the instrument, it's therapeutic in the way, just like a conversation with somebody might be, in that you're expressing yourself, you're getting stuff off of your chest, you're learning, you're growing, you're learning about yourself sometimes. And in the same way, I feel like if musicians will continue to be that honest, rather than with their words, but with the notes they play, it can give the same kind of therapy.
What does music do for your mental health?
Well, I've been doing music since I was a kid, and I use it for basically therapy for myself. I started playing tabla, which is a North Indian percussion instrument, about 20 years ago, and I went to India to study that. Wow. So there's something called Nada Yoga, which is the yoga of sound. So basically, you sit in a quiet room and you purify the tone of the drum and just meditate on the drum. So you're meditating on purifying the sound of the drum. So, obviously music in all ways, rock and roll, even you go to a rock concert and you escape, music is just healing and it's a blessing. So, I use it all different ways.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome, man. I really appreciate it. Tell me your name one more time, and where can people find your products?
Schlagwerk.com. Yeah, we're on Sweetwater. Most of all the products are available on Sweetwater. But you can also find me, Vincent Smith. I'm online as well. Cool. And if you're at the Vegas Drum Show.
All right, man. Well, I really appreciate it. You guys check them out. Thanks. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Jason. I'm originally from
Boise, Idaho, but I live right here in Las Vegas.
What does music do for your mental health?
But before I answer that, I'll tell you a theory that I have that I really believe to be true, and that is if everyone in the world played an instrument, problems that we experience would be gone.
Yeah, I love
I
that.
don't think you can be a musician that really plays with your heart and hate your fellow man. I think it's really hard. Even when you're a band, there's fighting and it's all that kind of stuff, still we play because we love it. So from that perspective, I think that really speaks to also how I feel about my own mental health. If I didn't have music, it has been one of the most basic foundations for me throughout my entire life. It will remain so until I'm in the ground.
All right, man. I love it. Thank you so much. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Bobby Scheffel. I'm from Vegas right now. I was born in Texas.
What does music do for your mental health?
It makes me happy. You know, it gives me something to do when I'm bored, so I don't get depressed or anything. So that's it, man. It's just great to do.